We're ready to get started. I want to thank everyone for attending our second annual Volunteer Appreciation Dinner for the Annapolis Police Department. Reverend Barcelo, if you would give us a word, please.
Opportunity to say a little bit more than a prayer. Thank you very much for the opportunity to serve you all at the Annapolis Police Department. I know I have not been a very, very visible presence because I told the chief when I accepted the responsibility of being your chaplain that I will be very, very, very volunteer. So when I'm needed, I show up. Otherwise, I'm in the parish. So thank you very much for that. So let us pray. O loving and gracious God, it is always heartwarming when your people come together for one cause, and for this beautiful department, and for its volunteers who come together to work to make sure that the residents of the city are safe all the time. We give you thanks. We give you thanks for this opportunity to bond together, officers and civilians. And I ask you, Lord, as they continue to work together, that you keep them all safe from all harm, that you bless the work that they do. And Lord, once again, thank you for their service. Thank you for their dedication. And thank you for their diligence. Bless the food that we're about to share. May it nourish us in body and in spirit. And may it strengthen the fellowship that is already existing within this group. And may that fellowship show forth in lovely, wonderful working relationships, as well as togetherness in fun times. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Evening.
Thank you, man. Thank you all very much for joining us for our our second annual appreciation dinner for our volunteers. You know, my part, it's really a pleasure for me to really be able to take a minute to thank you guys, but I really wanted to also just express a few things. Yeah, we're here to thank all the volunteers. As the chief, I'd be remiss not to say and to really tell you earnestly that this is the best police department in the state of Maryland. You know, I've been other places and I've seen some degree of commitment from officers here, from everyone, volunteers and citizens and people who are working here, that really is unparalleled. And I haven't seen, you know, the degree of commitment that I've seen here. So it's great for me to be able to say that, but also to tell you it's really for real within me to say that. And you know, this is just another way that we express it, but it's hard for us to pay back to all the volunteers and the auxiliaries who really put so much effort for free. You know, you don't just get what you pay for. We can get anything, but we're getting a ton. And I got to say that just thanks to the Alderman for showing up, and Alderwoman Finlayson is here with us, Alderman Bud. Appreciate you being here, and we want to thank the Fleet Reserve for having us. Just a few words. You know, I don't think it's anywhere is it more evident than in the police department for the degree of commitment that we've gotten from our auxiliaries and from our volunteers. You know, I've been other places I've mentioned. You know, there's probably no more value than I've seen here anywhere else. And you know, I admit that when I came here 6 years ago, you know, I had a certain mindset about police work and about what I expected when I landed. And yeah, we can knock on wood and say that we knocked down violence. Our crime reduction is so good that we're at record numbers. And I missed something in the beginning that it took me a little while to see. You know, I thought, okay, we're going to lock it, we're going to arrest people, but we're just going to make a difference. We're going to go up the track of law enforcement. And for me, that was my initial perspective, but it didn't take long for me to see that we're really nothing without the internal workings of all the people who express who are here right now with us, our auxiliaries, to make us what we are and what we are. And part of our success, a large part, is because of the work, the commitment, and you know, just the efforts that I see every day. And sometimes I don't see, and it takes you know, Captain Howard to walk into my office to point something out that's been done, and I miss it, and I'm glad that I get to see it. And now is just a small chance that I get to say it. And I'm not trying to sound trite, but we couldn't focus on the work that we do to get the crime low and to keep doing the stuff we're doing, whether it's technology or hiring people and making these cases without the help that we're getting from you, from the volunteers and from auxiliary. And that's just more than a good news item. That really makes us what we are. So, you know, I sat down last week and I tried to figure out how much you really get out of it. And Ricky, truly, your paycheck couldn't cover the free work. We added it all together, and that's a lot of bank. That's a lot of money there. You know, it's crazy to think that, you know, some of the, obviously, in today's economy, we say, you know, we're just trying to get a lot for a little, but it's way more than that. But it is a lot, and it makes all the difference in the world. I want to stop talking. I just want to let you know how I feel about the help. We're going to get a chance to reward everybody. I want the Alderman, if you want an opportunity to say anything, you certainly can.
Give the teacher an opportunity and she doesn't speak. What's up with that? Good evening. I'd just like to say thank you on behalf of the City Council and particularly the Public Safety Committee. Thank you for your commitment and your support. We know that we have an awesome police department, but they can't be everywhere all the time. And so it takes truly a community effort to make us a wonderful and safe city. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, we're going to get started, but you know, I'd be remiss not to say something. Captain Howard, you know, her leadership really made the auxiliary. We're at 6 to 10. We're 10 to get 10 more, or rather 4 more to get to 10. There's so much hard work, and again, behind the scenes stuff that I really don't know until I get a chance to talk with Captain. But I want to express appreciation for your commitment too, and for the work that you're doing with the auxiliary and the volunteer. So we'll do this. I just want to, as a box thing to say, let's go over what, for those of you who don't know what the auxiliary unit does, very quickly let you know that the auxiliary police unit are uniformed civilian volunteers providing assistance to the police department under the direction of the patrol division, patrol command. And our unit assists the agency in many ways. Their duties include patrolling, fingerprinting, station tours on request, issuing parking tickets, traffic control for special events. Let me go back to parking tickets in a minute. Special events, assisting the police with our operations such as DWI checkpoints and pedestrian crosswalks, initiatives and others, and booking arrestees when asked in special details. Members are only required to volunteer 120 hours a year. Many of you volunteer more. And for the year 2013, our auxiliary officers have volunteered 578 hours, and I go back to that paycheck. That's crazy a lot, and it's a lot for us. So we're happy to award 6 volunteers with our appreciation from Annapolis.
Marvin Heyman joined the Annapolis Police Department Auxiliary Unit January 19, 2010. He is currently a full-time employee with the Metropolitan Police Department. He is the Deputy Director of Recruiting Division and Volunteer Services Coordinator and is responsible for reviewing and screening applicants annually. He is a graduate of their Reserve Police Academy, which was a year long. He is currently pursuing his master's degree through Hopkins Police Executive Leadership. He has been an avid volunteer all his life, raised with his parents volunteering. His family currently resides in Annapolis, and as serving as a volunteer was his way of giving back to the Annapolis community. Thank you. Who could not be here with us tonight. His father just recently passed away. I got a call from him last night, email from him last night. John Cooper joined us January 2011. He is currently a full-time employee with the Department of Defense and is a cyber threat and vulnerability analyst. He is responsible for protecting and defending the U.S. government communication networks from disruptions, intrusions, and attacks. He became a volunteer because he has the utmost respect for law enforcement, and this was his way of serving and giving back to the community. Borna Aragi joined the Police Department Auxiliary Unit August 2012. He is a 10-year employee with AT&T and is currently a sales manager. He is enrolled in the University of Maryland and will be graduating this December with a degree in business, emphasis in business technology. He also has the utmost respect for law enforcement and what we do. He says he sees so much that we give back, that we serve, and rarely see that we are given anything. So this was his way of saying thank you and volunteering with the local law enforcement. Melody Butler joined the auxiliary unit August 2012. She is a 35-year employee with Annapolis County Public Schools and is currently holding a position as an administrative secretary too. Auxiliary Officer Butler was raised and lived in the Annapolis city area. She has received her bachelor's degree in criminal justice and wanted to give back to the Annapolis community by volunteering. She is also one of our graduates of the Annapolis Police Department Citizens Academy. Joined the Department Auxiliary Unit April 2013. She retired in 2006 as a flight attendant with U.S. Airways and is currently working part-time for a plastic surgeon in Annapolis. She is a certified group fitness instructor and teaches several fitness classes at Pitt Marine. Criminal justice has always been has always piqued her interest, and she is passionate about it. This was her way of serving in that capacity and giving back to the community. Also joined us in April 2013. Before retiring, she spent 20 plus years with the YMCA Counseling Department working in domestic violence and leaving as the Abuse Intervention Program Coordinator. She always wanted to be a police officer, and she never wanted to stop learning. So this was her way of keeping in touch with the criminal justice and giving back to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Administrative volunteers perform many clerical functions in various departments, within departments and units within our agency, such as filing, data entry, ensuring that booking rooms are stocked with necessary equipment and supplies for officers, and other clerical functions as needed and requested. Their volunteer services are tremendously helpful in assisting the police department with giving citizens quick and professional service. The Annapolis Police Department currently has 4 dedicated volunteers that have collectively worked 504 hours so far in this year, which is a great service. We have no limit, as we said, we had 10, so come one, come all, but it's an outstanding help. Thank you very much.
Diane Bolton began volunteering in October 2011. Ms. Bolton assisted the Central Records Unit 2 days a week. She helped with data entry, filing, developing monthly spreadsheets, updating phone lists, and an array of other clerical assignments as needed. Ms. Bolton also works from home. She owns a graphic design company, and she resides in Annapolis with her husband, Arnie. Thank you. William Sachs began his volunteering also October 2011. Mr. Sachs assists in the Central Records Unit 3 days a week. He ensures that the booking room and police write-up rooms are stocked and with necessary and needed forms. He pulls reports for various reasons as needed, take care of filing for the unit, maintain logs, assist in the crime lab as needed, and wherever he needs. Mr. Sachs also resides in the Annapolis area with his wife. Began volunteering in April 2012. She assisted in Administrative Support Division 2 days a week. She helped with filing and record keeping of personnel overtime, attendance records, and our leave records. Ms. Dole is retired from the government and resides with her husband, Bob, in Edgewater. Dixie and her husband are very active volunteers with various senior centers. Thank you. Katie began her volunteer service October 2013. Ms. Brent assists in the Central Records Unit at various times. She helps with filing and data entry as well. Ms. Brent is currently a full-time student, which will be graduating soon, with Westwood College studying criminal justice. She resides in Gambling.
That's it, okay. Well, Alderman Kirby just showed up. Thank you, Alderman Kirby. And I noticed that Matt Silverman, Alderman from last sessions here. I'm Matt, thank you. So really, if there's any more comments, no comments, this concludes our awards part, but we have dinner our way, and I hope you enjoy the evening with us. Thank you very much.